Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name is William Downs. I am a verse and text coach here in New York City, as well as the artistic director of Classics on the Rocks, and welcome to Rehearse the Verse. This is a video series that's geared towards quick tips and tricks to help you streamline your bookwork process. So whether you are looking for new audition material, working on a piece of text during rehearsals, or preparing to cold read Shakespeare at auditions, this series will give you focus points to start from as you begin to work on your characters. And we are going to start off with words. Now, focusing on the words is ideal for cold readings or when you're just trying to get a sense of what a piece of text is about. So, for example, you're at an audition. You finish your monologue, and then the casting people say something like, "That was great. Have a look at this piece. We'll bring you back in a couple of minutes." The quickest way to get to the core of what that piece is about and then be able to come back into the room and convey that is to look for word patterns, so repeated words or repeated sounds. Same thing when you're looking for new audition material. So you're flipping through your monologue book and you find a piece and you read the blurb and you think, okay, yeah, this could work. By scanning for those word patterns, you quickly get a sense of how rich and dense that language is, and then be able to make a more educated choice as to whether or not this piece will showcase your strengths as an actor. Or just as a jumping off point during rehearsals, scanning for those patterns is a great place to start as you do your deeper dive text work while still grounding yourself in the text. So let's take a look at a piece. This is from Romeo and Juliet. This is Juliet's Gallop a Pace speech from Act 3, Scene 2. Now, I always work with first folio. I refer to it as acting shorthand and use it for everything. And the reason that I do that is that everything you need to create your character, make bold, engaging choices is right there in the text for you to unlock and discover, and it's highlighted. Now, throughout the course of the series, we'll take a look at all the different ways folio does this, but for this one, we'll just stay on the words. And as we begin to skim through this piece, one of the things that pops out all the time, especially in first folio, is the idea and the word of love. Now, I've already highlighted the examples, so I'm going to pull that up and share it, and we'll take a look together. Okay, so we've got right at the top, love performing night, love spelled with a capital letter. A couple lines down, love can see to do their amorous rights, lovers, amorous, both capital letters. If love be blind, another example, capital letter, capital love. Till strange love grow bold, another example of a capital letter with love. Think true love, acted simple modesty, there it is again, capital letter L. Okay, this is a really fun, interesting one. We have come loving black-browed night. Now, loving is obviously spelled with a lowercase letter. There could be a couple of different reasons, I'll share one in a second with you. That all the world will be in love with night. Oh, that I have bought a mansion of a love. So that is 9 references to love. So clearly that is something that's on Juliet's mind. Now, if we go back and look through it again, the other thing that is repeated quite often is the idea and the term night. And again, I've highlighted that, so let me share that with you and we'll take a look at that together. Okay, so there we go right at the top, cloudy night immediately. Love performing night, love and night in the same line of verse. It best agrees with night, comes civil night. So again, night is repeated twice in the same line of verse. Come night, come thou day in night. Again, another example of night repeated in the same line of verse. For thou will lie upon the wings of night. Another example right there. This is the other one. Come gentle night, come loving black-browed night. So we've got night repeated twice in the same line of verse, and we have loving in the same line of verse with night. So perhaps the fact that night is repeated in that verse line, loving is a little less important than the night. Just something to think about as you do deeper text work. That all the world will be in love with night. Again, another example of love and night being in the same line of verse, as is the night before some festival. Another example. So that is 11 references to night. So we have night and we have love as the two dominant ideas in Juliet's mind as she's thinking. So that gives us two things to focus on and highlight in a reading. Now, the last part of word patterns is repeated sounds. And those can give you a hint or a clue into how a character might be feeling as they are saying these words. And by using or leveraging that repetition, it gives you focus and a grounding sense as you're doing the work. And let me just pull that last one up. And again, I've highlighted the repetition for us. Let's take a look. Okay, so to start off, we've got a very voiceless sound with the f and the hua, hua. Now, as the piece goes on and as Juliet continues to talk and to think, we start to see a shift into more hard consonant sounds and a more voiced quality with the cuz and the buzz and the cloud and the wink and the beauty and the baiting and the black and all of the comes. So perhaps with that voiceless quality at the top, Juliet is entering the scene and she's already out of breath. And as she continues to think and as she continues to talk, she becomes breathless with excitement, anticipation, anxiousness, and as love and night continuing to come up, and all of what that represents to her is again causing her breath to become heavier. Now, these are examples. The more time you spend with the text, the more time you spend with your character, the more things will come up. Some will become less important, some will become more important. But for now, there you have it. So the next time you're looking at a piece and you are thinking, oh my God, where do I start? Try looking at those word patterns. What are the repeated words? What are the repeated sounds? Start from there, build out, and see where it takes you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is William Downs, and I will see you next time on Rehearse the Verse. Cheers.